In just 5 days, Stellar is going to be launching the first part of Soroban. Luckily for XLM holders, it's kept the price up above 11 cents. We're going to talk XLM price action, along with CBDCs in Europe being a big deal, along with here in the United States. And what if I told you one of the big presidential candidates out there said, no CBDCs here in the US if I get elected? How does that make you feel? Starting it off with comments you matter most. Zach Bass says, I can agree 100% with your views on that corrupt Gavin Newsom. What a POS. Melton faces, my geckos will love it. Love the comments, everyone. GBTC has found some footing. The rest of the market is finding footing. Heat map, Bitcoin sitting at 39,841, ETH 2227, XRP sitting at 51.4 with XLM at 11.1. We have to ask ourselves, how low would XLM have gone if it wasn't for Soroban happening here in the next 5 days? When we look at like the broader market and we zoom out a little bit, XLM did not dip as far as the rest. It makes you wonder, was that some of the news that kept it afloat? UK citizens concerned over privacy with potential digital pound. We're talking about digital dollars, digital pounds, CBDCs. Why? Because if used incorrectly, they can control you. Add that with a little bit of social credit score, and yeah, you ain't going far at all. Now we've got a presidential candidate, Donald Trump, out there that says, what, everyone? Tonight, I am making another promise to protect Americans from government tyranny, Trump said during a campaign speech in New Hampshire. As your president, I will never allow the creation of a CBDC. As always, any article you see in this video, along with my other ones, will be linked in the description below. You know, it's interesting that he brings this up because how many projects out there that you follow, that I follow, that we all follow, would be affected by this if there was a CBDC ban in the United States? That would even make a further dividing line here, because I know a lot of you out there are like, yo, Republicans, we're cool with crypto, but yet this CBDC thing is, I don't know, it's careful because it's government control tool. Think how CBDCs are used in China. Would you want that with an overzealous, maybe an over-regulatory type government? I don't know. Let me know in the comments down below. Stellar posted on Twitter, can't lie, we're feeling super hyped about Soroban smart contracts. Let's read some of the comments. LFG, well done, absolutely raw sauce. Will anything come of it, though, price-wise? Like I said, definite defense right here, okay? We were able to keep above, honestly, single digits, which was extremely important. And in fact, we've popped up and been above 11 cents now for about the last day and a half. Is this the effect that Soroban had? I mean, like, when you think of like oomph, right? When you think of like juice and money and all that kind of fun stuff, is that oomph, was it used to thwart further going down? Or, as you see the chart of XLM here on the screen, is it more mimicking what's happening with GBTC at the moment? Price of Bitcoin, right? Is this a timing thing? Because I'll be honest with you, we can obviously say that, you know what, the effects of the ETF had more of a negative impact than Soroban had as a positive impact on the price of XLM. But where do we go from here? It has been quite some time since we hit that 15-cent mark. In fact, we're looking at the beginning of August when the last time that happened was. I just don't see Soroban delivering any juice like that is going to propel us another 40-ish% from where we're at right now. You've seen other protocols out there launching big things, and it just didn't do it. The market is reacting to BTC news, and when you look at the closer charts of XLM, it mimics very heavily the bottom that was put in by GBTC. You know, I really don't know how I feel about CBDCs because there's definitely some goodness to it. The reality is if you needed to disperse some funding to people, CBDCs are super fast. In the United States, when we had to do like our stimulus checks and all that, there were still a bunch of people out there that were receiving paper checks. There were delays in the direct deposits and all that. It was an absolute mess. Checks went to the wrong people. CBDCs could fix a lot of that, right? We could use CBDC procedural stuff to get money to people faster, more accurately. If they're deceased, we could have the money kind of bounce back. There's so many things we can do with it. But it can also be used to control you. You combine CBDC with the regime that really wants to know everything that you do, that really wants to put as much control into what you can put your money into, where you put your money, what types of businesses you put your money into. That's where I start getting nervous. And then all of a sudden the divide gets a little funky because we've got a lot of people that are into crypto, but they're also into CBDCs. But now we've got some bigger Republican names over here saying, yo, girlfriend, we ain't doing CBDCs in this house. And we're like, well, wait a minute, though. Aren't the Republicans pro-crypto? They are, but they just don't want the control. And we're seeing what's happening with China and their CBDCs, and it's not a good thing at all. So I guess we just got to let the chips fall when it comes to this election and see how this all pans out. Now, that being said, all right, regarding XLM, Soroban, and all that, is it bad timing? I mean, I don't know what to tell you. I mean, think about it. WEF News hasn't moved the price of XLM. MoneyGram hasn't moved the price of XLM. Tokenization hasn't moved the price of XLM. But BTC and broader market macros have. So it's almost kind of like, yeah, the development stuff is cool, but the development stuff doesn't equal price action. So it's like, all right, cool. You're developing, awesome. We're here to put money in our pockets, awesome. But development doesn't get us there. BTC price action does. So let me know what your thoughts are down below regarding CBDCs and BTC getting us there. Soroban, bad timing, or bigger macros having the effect?